hate this awesome commercial that Taco Bell made with anime on it called Fry Force. The name is called Fry Force. Come on, it's so cool.
It's stupid, but
It's
cool
not
at the
stupid.
same
It's not
time.
stupid. It's
It is
cool.
stupid.
It's smart marketing for sure.
No,
It's
100%.
amazing marketing.
It's incredible marketing. Like,
Then how's it stupid then?
it's stupid because it's all based around the nacho fries. That's the part that's stupid to me. It's like, with the power of the nacho fries, I could do anything in this world. And it's so stupid.
And they're selling us a product. Yo, I'm legit gonna go buy nacho fries tomorrow for lunch.
Low-key, I've never had them, and I'd
Are you
really be down.
You gotta let me know if you are, because if you do, then I'll go buy nachos.
All right. Because of, they got us. They got us, dude. They got us in this commercial. We're already in. I'm gonna buy nacho fries tomorrow, and then next week I'll let you know how I feel about nacho fries.
I mean, hey, I'm definitely gonna. I've never had them. I've had a bunch of other stuff, right? But I've never had those specifically. I actually really like Taco Bell.
So
I don't think it's as bad as people say it is.
I don't like Taco Bell at all.
I never had it, and I don't really want to, but I'll do
Yeah.
it for nacho fries because of this commercial.
Exactly. Like I was saying before you started recording, Hector, this hits all the beats for action mech shonen in this small commercial. You know, we know the power source is the nacho fries. There's mechs, there's monsters, kaijus, and she's like, you know, she has her friends with her. And then you said it yourself because apparently you're paying more attention than I was because I thought it was her friend, but it's her brother who betrayed them. Okay, to go work with the kaijus. Just like every other shonen, you always have the friend who betrays them. Okay, and they have to fight him, like Sasuke and Naruto.
Yeah, that was actually pretty hilarious. How, like, at the end, the dude's like standing on top of like the monster and then eating a nacho, or nacho fry. I was like, dude, that's fucking so stupid.
Like, it's not stupid. Stop calling it stupid.
It's no, like, it's great marketing, incredible marketing. Like, it is such a great product, but it's so stupid.
Yes. No, you're a hater, bro.
I am not a hater. That's how I see it. It's stupid, but I definitely like it.
Do you guys see Taco Bell making like a mini series after this?
I would love this.
Honestly, they would be kind of dumb not to. I feel like this has probably gotten a lot of love, right? Just for this one thing. So like,
it's so I'm already in. I'm already bought in this small trailer of this. Like, that was such a cool.
It is a fucking incredible art style. I'll give it that. Like, it is really great.
So well. I'm all about it.
If it wasn't for the nacho part of it, the nacho fries, I would 100% watch this anime.
Hector, if you were in a coma, okay, listen to this.
All right, this is just getting really deep and dark. Okay.
Okay, so you this is a hypothetical I'm going to set up here. You love anime, right? And then for whatever reason, fuck the coma thing. You love anime, right? And you never ever heard of Taco Bell. For whatever reason, you were sheltered your whole fucking life. You never seen any fast food establishment ever in your fucking life ever. And you saw this trailer, you thought this would be real. You thought this would be an actual anime coming out.
I mean, I could see it being an actual anime coming out. Like, it is great quality. It is phenomenal. Like, I think it would make a great anime. Besides the fact that it's powered by nacho fries. That's the only part that I find stupid. Like, I get why they do this. I get why they made it, and I think it's a great fucking way of doing it. But like, it was so cool to me until they're like, with the power of nacho fries. It's like, ugh, that was super cringy. But I get it, and they obviously are like targeting people with like you know.
Oh my god.
And not very smart people like you. They're like, hey, go buy nacho fries. And see, you're in. You're going to go buy them.
I am, man. I am going to go buy them.
And the only reason I'm going to buy them... Hold on, Renee. Don't worry. I'm going to defend us. Oh, okay. The only reason why me and Renee are going to buy them is because we want to support you in your endeavors.
Yes.
Yep.
Support.
I don't need y'all.
Okay. Mega ear rape.
Wait, I have a question. A serious question.
Yeah.
What? So these are natural fries, right? So...
Yes.
But are they just regular fries with a side of cheese? Like,
oh, don't make me do it, Renee.
We'll
Okay.
find out tomorrow, Renee.
No, I'm literally about to look it up. I on God, I have the Taco Bell app. I think I do.
So then isn't it just like cheese fries?
Hey,
Why-
most
like-
likely it is just cheese fries. I don't know what's the difference between regular cheese fries and nacho fries.
Hmm.
I'm about to look this up too.
This is
Nacho
very
fries.
interesting.
Well, they have taco fries. That's literally what I'm looking at right now.
Maybe it's like a certain seasoning that they put on the fries.
It could be that. Maybe they're like a little bit more crispier.
They're just seasoned fries. They're just seasoned fries.
They literally are just seasoned fries with nacho dip.
With
That's
nacho
hilarious.
cheese. There you
You could also
I don't
get the
know why I thought it was
nacho
gonna be
fries
so
box.
go. Yeah, you get a whole
How
box.
much is it? This is important too. Go back up.
$5 for the box. Oh shit! $5 for the whole box. You get a beefy 5-layer burrito and a crunchy taco.
Yeah, it sounds like you're gonna shit all day eating this.
Nah, not really. I don't really get the runs when it comes to eating
Wow.
Taco Bell.
Oh, dude, it's vegan, dude. Nice.
Nice. So everybody can enjoy.
Yeah. Man, hold
Wait,
on.
so then what's in the nacho cheese if it's vegan?
Cheese, stupid. What the fuck you
But
talking about?
is cheese?
No,
Isn't
vegans
cheese
don't eat.
dairy,
They
right?
don't eat dairy. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, it is dairy.
Isn't that
Yes,
like,
stupid.
shut up! Isn't there different levels of veganism though?
Vegan.
Isn't that-
this
isn't
is
that
not
how
a
it's called?
religion.
Bro, I'm about to heart this. Oh, I gotta log in. Fuck
No, I
that.
thought vegans, didn't eat dairy. So
Alright,
that's
hold on.
interesting. I want to know what's
I'm
in
about to
this
Google-
cheese sauce.
This is pseudo cheese. This is fake cheese.
Oh, that sounds disgusting.
We
I'm
are
not
on the
doing it.
fucking
It's-
case.
It's Beyond Cheese. You know how like Beyond Meat? It's
Okay.
Beyond Cheese. Let's see.
Ugh.
You know what's actually funny? This is totally not on the topic of anime, but the Beyond Whopper or whatever, the
The Impossible Burger?
there you go, the Impossible Whopper or whatever.
Oh,
It's
Impossible
actually
Whopper,
really
yeah.
good.
Is it really?
Yeah, I actually
But
kind of
it's
liked
not
it.
meat.
Ha!
It's not meat.
Checkmate.
Vegans can eat
Vegans-
cheese.
Can eat cheese
Oh.
that is comprised of plant-based ingredients like soybeans, peas, cashews, coconut, or almonds. Almost fucked that one up.
Okay, boy, you know Taco Bell. They're not using
Okay.
all those fancy ingredients for this cheese
It's-
sauce.
well,
It's coming
guys-
out of like some sort of machine
That is
with all these
comprised of
chemicals,
plant-based ingredients.
phosphates.
Well, I was gonna say, Taco Bell meat is barely meat. Like there's like
Yeah.
what's that shit called?
Interested.
Sawdust. There's sawdust in Taco Bell
Oh,
meat.
That's
Yeah, I don't know if you guys
disgusting.
knew that or not, but yeah.
I don't eat at Taco Bell. Happy I don't.
Oh man, no wonder I love the smell of sawdust. Holy shit.
The only thing I ever get from Taco Bell is the Doritos Locos Tacos.
Bro, that is fire. So every time
it's just
I
good.
go and I get like a box, kind of like the nacho fries box, I ask them to swap out the regular crunch taco for a Doritos Locos taco. It's so good. I actually really want Taco Bell now.
See, I get this.
Yeah, I get the regular one though, not the deluxe or supreme.
The Supreme, that's the best one, bro. What are you
Nah.
talking about?
I customize my shit. Yo, also the Gordita Crunch fire.
Bro, this one time, man, look at all this anime we're talking about. This one time I went to go see this movie. I forgot what movie it was. But they had a commercial
Mm-hmm.
for Taco Bell at the beginning, like you know the previews or whatever, and that shit looked good. I forgot what the fuck it was. It was like I don't know, like you know how that they have, it was something like this, like a quesadilla thing, but like had like a bunch of layers or some shit. I think it was like an exclusive.
Oh no, I know what you're talking about. It is go back up. You
Quesadilla?
passed it.
Where?
It's top right there. Go ba. The
This?
Crunch Wrap. Yeah, the Crunch Wrap Supreme.
Crunch
It was
wrap.
something like this.
Bro,
right? It was
Crunch
something-
Wrap Supremes are fire. That's another
I-
good one too.
I don't know what it was. I don't know if it was like a limited time thing or whatever. It wasn't. It's not exactly this, but it was something similar to this, to a Crunch Wrap Supreme that you're talking about. I bit into that shit and I threw it away immediately. It was disgusting. I was so upset.
Well, what didn't you like about it?
It just tasted. It tasted weird. I don't know.
Chemicals?
Yes, it tasted like chemicals.
Look, man, you're not going to Taco Bell for premium food, all right? You go
Okay,
there
well,
because you
no,
know
of
what it
course
is.
not. Like the thing is, like of course not. I'm not going to Taco Bell expecting a 5-star restaurant meal, but like the commercial sold it so good to me when I was watching that movie, and I was like, you know what? After this movie, because there's a Taco Bell like right next to the movie theater, the one that I went to. I was like, I'm gonna go to the Taco Bell. I'm gonna pick up whatever the fuck that shit was called, and I'm gonna try it. And it was, dude, I'm telling you, I took one bite and I was like, this is nasty, and I threw it away.
Did you go to the one by the one in Cicero, the AMC in Cicero?
Yes, that one.
Yo, that fucking Taco Bell sucks.
Well, apparently it does because the food that I got from there was
As
nasty.
soon as you
well,
said I
shit.
went to the one by the theater, I was like, I know exactly which one he means.
Yeah.
I go to that one not often, but I used to go to that one often.
I'm looking at the food here. Like,
Oh, scroll down. Damn, bro, I'm getting mad hungry right now. That one at the very bottom left, the quesarito. That shit slaps.
What is that?
It's literally like meat, rice, and cheese, and sour cream.
Is that just like ground beef?
It's ground
Basically,
beef, yeah.
Oh,
All their meat is ground beef.
The thing is, like, I'm looking at their menu and I'm looking at everything they got here, and it's just like, I'll just rather go to an actual Mexican restaurant. I don't know, bro. I don't know, or at least Chipotle.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I fully agree.
Cheesy fiesta potato.
I've never had those, but they look good.
They look good. Let me see.
You can
So it's
customize this to
potatoes,
not have any of that,
cheese,
by the way. Like,
and sour cream.
also, how is it vegan if it has, I guess, you know, like whatever pseudo sour cream as well?
Potatoes, bro.
No, sour cream and cheese. It's probably like
maybe
fake.
there's a vegan option. So maybe if you go the
Oh,
vegan option,
you
don't
know
want
what?
the cheese
Yeah.
and the sour. You just get the potatoes.
Just get potatoes,
The
yeah.
vegan option is don't add anything on top.
Just chopped potatoes.
Oh, this is funny.
It's pretty cheap. $1.69.
Yeah, because it's just chemicals.
Yeah, man. I mean,
just buying chemicals.
plus they also give you like the
You're right.
babyest Yukon potato slices. Damn,
then
bro, I'm gonna
why-
go to Taco Bell. Holy shit.
But why when I go and buy my nacho my Doritos Locos Tacos, I pay like $8 for like 2 or 3
It's probably for the no shot
Wait,
you fucking
where?
spend that much.
for these guys.
Well, what do you get though? Do you get the meal?
No, I get the upgraded version of them.
What's the
That's
upgraded
why
version?
it's like $3 each.
These
What-
guys.
What's upgraded about it?
They literally
What do
just
you do?
put sour cream,
Oh, just more
tomatoes,
stuff on it. Oh,
Yeah, I put a bunch of shit on there.
sour cream, tomatoes, and cheese.
Yeah.
I don't know how you guys do it.
Right there. See,
Hey,
there's
look,
like $2,
Renee.
two some.
Renee, I don't do it all the time. This is like
No, I know. I just, as I like, I've never had it. Like, I've walked into Taco Bell with people, and like, just the smell is just disgusting. I can't do it. It just makes me sick.
You were about to log in.
see, man, for three
They're $2.40 each. Of course, it's gonna be like $7.
Man, bro.
That's why you gotta get the
Right.
meal, bro. Get the.
I'll
the
just rather get actual tacos.
You know
Dude,
what though? Tacos these days are expensive.
that's what I'm
though.
saying. That's like
Anyway,
2 tacos right there. $7 is 2 tacos, maybe even 1. No, actually, $7 is way too much for 1 taco. It's definitely 2. You get 1 extra taco for that $7 at Taco Bell. So honestly, like, what's the premier place? You know what I'm saying?
I don't know. I mean, if I'm paying $7, I feel like I can get better tacos somewhere else.
I agree.
I mean, a good burrito bowl at Chipotle is like $9. So,
There you go.
bro, the craving box is fire, but there's so much salt in it. All right, I'm not
There's so
gonna
much
look at
salt
the
in all
same.
of this.
No, but see, like I said, it literally says sodium warning on the cravings box. All right.
No, it doesn't.
Yes,
Where?
it does. Go back to the combos.
That's hilarious. I've never seen some shit like this.
But look at the fucking fat ass chalupa that they had in there.
Oh,
my
sodium warning. What the fuck?
Look, 670 to 1600 calories.
Sodium warning. That
It's-
is just a no. That means don't do it, guys.
Really? Dude,
It
it's
has
like
a warning
bro,
sign.
it's like a box of cigarettes.
It's like, hey, if you get this shit got a lot of salt in it.
hey, if you smoke these cigarettes, you know
Oh.
you can get cancer and shit.
This is
Hey.
so sad.
if you buy this craving box, there's sodium warning. I've never ever
I've
seen
never
some shit like this
heard.
before in my life. This is funny.
I've never seen this up until like you literally scrolled on the screen. Like I don't even know if they have that on the app, which is wild as fuck. Granted, I'd never order these two things, like the what is it, the burrito and this, but see how it says it's either 670 to 1670 calories? Like you can mix and match, but the fact that it says high sodium for the specific one they're showing is hilarious.
Yo, that shit's funny, bro.
But
Ooh-wee.
but yeah, back to anime, guys. What do we think?
That's right, we're an anime podcast.
Yeah, we're not a food
Yeah,
podcast.
yeah.
I mean, we can make one, you know? Ain't nothing wrong with that, but this isn't the one. You guys aren't here for for that.
But anyways, yeah, man, Taco Bell anime commercial, top tier.
Yeah, that Taco Bell anime commercial was absolutely phenomenal. Still stupid, but phenomenal.
No.
Let's see. But welcome everybody. Welcome back to a brand new episode of the Bento Boxcast. This is season 2 of the Bento Boxcast. And now, we're here coming at you live and direct on whatever audio platform you may so choose, and you have chosen the right one because guess what? This is the most animeist podcast of all the internet. We are here with you on Spotify, on Apple Podcasts, or any other platform associated with Anchor.com. But of course, you'll already find us on our mainstay, our club room, our home base, YouTube.com. Just look us up at the Bento Boxcast, and you will see our iconic logo. But here's the thing. In every episode, you, the viewer, has a chance to add some talking points, suggest some topics, and give us some things to discuss. And the only way to do so is by having you tweet at us at the Bento Boxcast. Or you could also tweet at us at our personal Twitters and even join the Discord. Everything to what I just mentioned is going to be in the description down below. So definitely check it out and get involved in our community. So, Renee Rafa, on the right off of the heels of the food debate, how's your week been in anime and just life?
Pretty good. I am pretty much not sick anymore. I'm pretty much back at it again. Anime wise, it's been a pretty good week. I've enjoyed a lot of anime. Some good stuff, man. Some really good episodes. A lot of stuff that we're gonna talk about today and next week too. Because of the new season and everything. So pretty stuff. Pretty good stuff going on right now with this season. So I'm excited.
Yeah, and I mean, it's almost Friday, so I mean, this week has been pretty hectic, but pretty good. I have not watched as much anime as probably Rafa and Hector has. There's probably just a couple of shows that I'm like really into right now, but yeah, we'll talk more about that later.
Okay, love
Okay,
that.
without saying which shows, how many shows are you guys watching from this season right now? You guys count them?
From this particular season?
Yeah, from this season.
0.
You haven't watched any of the ones you said you're gonna check out?
I watched the first episode of one of them, but I haven't caught up.
Okay.
I'm behind, guys. I'm sorry.
No, that's
No, you're
fine.
fine.
I know exactly how that is.
Let's see. I've watched from this season 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm watching 10 shows as of right now on Crunchyroll.
Damn.
I
God
can't do it. I
damn.
can't do that.
On
Are you-
Crunchyroll.
And you're all the way caught up?
No, there are 2 that I have not. There are 2 that I have not caught up on, which is Peach Boy Riverside. I watched episode 1 and then just never caught up with it. And then the Aquatope on White Sand.
Okay.
I watched episode 1 and then just did not watch the rest of it. And then I added this other kind of isekai. It's called Battle Game in 5 Seconds.
Yeah, one of my friends were telling me about that. I haven't watched it.
Yeah, I added it to my list, but I have not checked it out at all. And then the other one that I have not checked at all, but I said I was going to, was Sunny Boy.
Oh man, you guys! I'm telling you, you guys got to watch Sunny Boy. Oh,
That was
man.
I don't think Girlfriend was my sleeper pick. I think Sunny Boy was my sleeper pick, but yeah, I just haven't checked that one out yet at all. So I definitely need to check it out.
Bumping Sunny Boy is good, man. It's really good. I love what they're doing right now in that show. Uh,
I just want to clarify for our listeners that I'm not slacking on anime. Like I'm still watching the shows for like Anime Swap and like My Hero and like Tokyo, but I just haven't watched anything for summer besides like one show. I just wanted to put that out there. I don't want people thinking like I'm slacking. I am trying my best, guys.
faux show, faux show, faux show, faux show. So for me, yeah, I'm watching Tokyo Revengers. I'm pretty much where you guys are at. My Hero. On Crunchyroll. Other than that, I'm the only other thing I'm watching other than those two shows is Ms. Kobayashi's Jagged Maid. Yeah, yeah. And then on Funimation, I'm watching Sunny Boy and I forgot the name of the other show. It's called. I love the other show though. It's like one of my. It's like fighting with Kobayashi to be my favorite of this season. It is. I have it right. Oh.
On Funimation, I have like 2 or 3. So in total, I'm watching like 13 shows.
Jesus Christ! This right here, Kageki Shoujo. This is some good shit right here. I can't wait to talk about this show. I cannot wait to talk about this show.
You told me to watch this, and I have not watched it. Remember when we were recording Playing Pod? You're like, "Oh, add that to your list."
Yes, this is such a good show. It's man. I'm gonna wait for next week because we're gonna talk about it next week. But yeah, for sure, this right here, top notch show. I'm gonna have a very hard time picking what my favorite anime this for this season because I'm really enjoying this a lot. Kakegi Shoujo, Sunny Boy is really surprising me what they're doing, and of course I love Miss Kobayashi. So I'm gonna have a real tough time choosing my favorite this season. But that's what I'm watching right now.
As of right now, I already know my clear-cut winner for my favorite this season. 4 episodes in. Yeah, not even joking. 4 episodes in, and I already know like what my clear-cut favorite is for summer.
We'll save it for next week.
Yeah, I'm not gonna.
We'll just tease it for next week.
Mm-hmm. But that being said, guys, yeah, kind of like how Rafa said, we will be discussing our summer 2021 3 episode / 4 5 episode in review discussion. So halfway through the season to see what's hot, what's not, what are we dropping, what have we kept. So stay tuned for that. But that being said, guys, we have a lot to talk about and a lot of pretty much big anime news, some small anime news, but overall, just some news, Rafa. So whenever you're ready, tune us in to the news.
Okay. Give me a second. Live from the Bento Boxcast newsroom, this is the Bento Box Weekly News Update. Good evening, everyone, and happy Wednesday. I'm Rafa, and welcome to the 9:19 p.m. edition of the Bento Box Weekly News Update. Looking at top news stories here first. Is Hector a hater of Taco Bell? We'll find out sooner than later. And does certain line definitely suck? This new study from Yale University will surprise you. But first, out in our field, anime correspondents Hector and myself, we're going to bring you the latest anime news updates. Take it away, us.
You need to find a new place for your sources. Other than Yale.
my sources is pretty good.
Hey, yeah, you got a problem there's like Harvard and the other Ivy League schools.
You got a problem with Yale University?
Shit, I might. If that's the only place you get your news sources from, I'm gonna start thinking they're not credible.
They are credible.
Damn.
Just because their news sources, are against you guys and talk shit about you guys. It's not my problem.
Well, Rafa, what do you got for us this week?
Oh shit, you're right. I'm first. She's gonna let me hear. She's gonna let me drown here. Okay, so
bullshit.
I know you're just bullshitting. A a pretty cool news article came out yesterday of recording this. Um, Kyoto Animation. They're pretty much going to put up a festival, like a concert, whatever, and they're going to bring a bunch of artists from who have worked on their anime, right? Then they have a wide selection of musical artists coming in, and this is the title of the article itself. Kyoto Animation reveals artists for the anime studio's first ever music festival, and I am super hyped. I wish I had money and I had access to go to Japan because I would be there for both days. This is a 2-day festival, by the way. And it is just like, bro, when I saw this and I saw the trailer, like, I fainted, and just how exciting this shit is, because they're bringing in a bunch, like from a bunch of anime, and I've seen a lot of this anime itself, right? So here it says the first day, November 20th, so it's gonna be November, the 20th. We will see Maya Aisawa, Old Codex, Screen Mode, Aya Suzaki, True, Homecomings, Luck Life, and more currently unannounced. Performers play. So pretty much those are like the names of the artists that they have announced as of right now. Apparently there are more other artists that they have not announced up to this point. But from these artists that I just named, they're from, like, they've did music, like most likely what they're talking about is like the opening and endings, right? From Tamako Market, which that's a really fun anime. This is the girl from that. Surene, Sonic Euphonium, which is another awesome anime. I love this anime. Free, Myrad, Colors, Phantom World, Munto, and Listen to Bluebird. Cool stuff. Cool stuff. On the second day, November 21st, again they list off some of the artists that are going to be there. I'm not going to read them because I don't want to butcher their names like I did earlier. But again, there's some more artists that have not been announced on top of that. And then they're going to be representing shows from Violet Evergarden, which is one of the most beautiful animated shows ever. Beyond the Boundary, love that show. Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid, yes sir. Love Shinobu and Other Delusions, another great fucking show. And Munto, which I have not seen. It's and It says here, tickets are currently available via lottery in 2 tiers. A regular tier for 9,900 yen, which is $90 American dollar, and a premium. I don't mean,
Commemorative.
Thank you for the assist. Goods tier for 18,700 yen, which is $170, which comes with a set of canvas art and design tickets for display purposes. Cool, like memorabilia. That's awesome. A live stream version of the event will be also available for a later date. Oh shit, I'm checking that out
There you
for sure.
go. You
There
don't
you
have to
go.
actually be there.
Shit,
Yeah.
done deal. But I want to be there in person, though. I want to be there
You
in
just gotta
person.
pretend.
I just pretend. Yeah, exactly. So, this is really fucking cool to see, because, we're all here. We love anime music here. We all listen to it, a bunch of openings. We all have our own anime playlist on Spotify that we listen to, we share anime music to each other every once in a while. So it's really cool to see that an actual anime studio is getting together and actually having a concert of some of these awesome songs that we enjoy and that we associate with these anime. And yes, it is all from one studio, which is Kyoto Anime, but it's this is one of the best studios ever. These guys are the kings of slice of life anime. Okay, Renee, guess what anime
Yes.
these guys made that I love?
What you said it. The Kobayashi's
No,
Dragon Maid.
I
Oh,
love Kobayashi Dragon Maid,
yes.
but let's see here.
Oh, like the actual studio, like the
No,
project
no,
they
no.
worked.
Yes, Kyoto Animation. They made a certain anime that I love. It's
They
my.
didn't make K-On!
They made K-On!
Didn't get out of here.
They made K-On! These guys have been around since like forever, and like they perfected the fucking craft of slice of
Oh,
life anime. This is my shit. This is my
that's why
fucking
you're excited.
yes. Okay, look, guys, look. I'm kind of sad. Like I'm not gonna lie. I'm super fucking happy because I've seen a lot of these shows.
Mhm.
I've seen at least 5 of these shows to completion. Um, Shinobu and Love Shinobu and Other Delusions. This anime here with this girl right here. I seen this show like 3 times in a row. This is my shit. Okay, Kyoto Anime is my favorite studio of all fucking time. Okay,
Mm.
I love these guys. I love the work that they do. Okay, and I'm kind of sad. Also, Renee, Violet Evergarden is a really good show. It's not all cutesy and shit. It is moody and it's very like drama and story written, heavy story written. So if you want to see some real beautiful animation and that deals with like human like actual human problems and like who you are as a person and what you're meant to do in this world, I would recommend the anime. The anime is really fucking good. It's on Netflix, by the way. But that's not the point I'm trying to make here. The point I'm trying to make here is that okay, they announced all these awesome anime that I've seen that I've enjoyed throughout the years. Okay, but there's no K-On! On the list, which I'm sad. Okay, but I have hope because it says here, guys, and more currently unannounced. They're gonna pull K-On! They're gonna do a surprise. I'm calling it right here. They're gonna
Be the
pull
grand finale.
but they're gonna be like, yo, check it out, guys. Remember K-On, the fucking anime that put us on the goddamn map. Let's go, baby. I'm excited for this. And you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna save up all my money. I'm not paying rent anymore. I'm not paying bills anymore. I'm gonna save all my money up. I'm gonna get my passport, and I'm gonna be there November 20th and 21st. I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna do afterwards, but I can die November 22nd, and I'll be happy. Let's go, baby.
Well, at least, I mean, you can try to enter the lottery. That can cut down some of your expenses. You would just have to pay for like airfare and then
True,
a
true. I could do
hotel,
that.
or you're gonna stay on the streets. I don't know.
I'm a skydive into the damn stadium. Either it's heaven, hell, or high water. I'm gonna figure my way into this.
I will say the tickets aren't that expensive. 100,
No, they're not.
190, right? 170 for like the exclusive ones.
170 for like the big like VIP one.
As I'm saying, I would 100% get that one. Like
Yeah.
170 ain't shit.
No, for something like this, no. This is awesome. I'm telling you guys. Man, man, this is my shit right here.
I'm actually kind of glad you brought up just in-person stuff because that really, really like great way to segment into this because Rafa and Renee, I think we're gonna plan something for next year of July 1st through the 4th in 2022.
What?
What?
I'm just throwing this out there. This is super random. The Anime Expo is returning to Los Angeles as a physical event. No longer will it be an online event, but it's finally saying that, hey, we are seemingly getting back to normal. It's not going to be this year, but next year. July 1st to the 4th in 2022, it has been announced that the Anime Expo will be coming to Los Angeles Convention Center for physical admittance, so we can finally kind of go back to the good old days of going to anime expos and having a good time. This is one of the bigger ones in the US for sure. And I mean, unfortunately, the Anime Expo Light 2021 was held early July online, but we have something to look forward to. Things are starting to kind of go on the up and up if we semi ignore the Delta strain coming around.
Dude, super exciting. I mean, that's awesome that they're bringing back the Anime Expo, and who knows,
Hopefully.
yeah, hopefully, maybe there's something we could do there. Maybe plan a trip. I don't know. That'd be cool. Who knows? Shit. I don't know what I'm gonna do next month, but we'll see. Um, but yeah, people are getting sick again.
Yeah,
Like it's
I just have a bad feeling about this. I mean, it's great that they're thinking ahead, and like of course 2022, it already seems like a, I don't know if it's going to be a better year than this one. We can't really tell from now, but I mean, I guess we'll just wait and see. I hope it still happens.
yeah, we're cool, but yeah, apparently people are getting sick again. So That's what's going on right now.
Yeah, that's something scary. I'm not gonna lie. It's definitely something to look out for. But I mean, hey, if we can make it a 2022 safe and sound, past everything, then we'll have a big event like this back again.
It sounds cool. I mean, I've never been. Well, I personally have never been to like an anime expo. I don't know.
Mhm.
Have you guys gone to one
I've been
before?
to ASEN here in
Oh, that's right. I never
yeah.
been.
It's
Yeah,
fun. It was cool.
I was gonna say I've never been to ASIN, but I've heard a lot of ASIN, a lot about ASIN. My two cousins went to it once, and they both liked it a lot.
It's cool. There was a bunch of giant men dressed as maids walking around in skirts.
Yeah, they told me
There's a
my cousins were two girls, and they said that there was a lot of men dressed up as their favorite waifus.
That
mm-hmm.
makes
Which,
sense.
like, nothing wrong with that, right? But like,
Hey man, they could rock it. I'm not
they
gonna
was say yeah,
judge
they
them.
rocked it 100%. I know they took pictures with some of them, which is absolutely hilarious.
Like they have that. There's a lot of there's a lot of sections where you can buy manga and DVDs and stuff like that. You can buy body pillows. Then
Mhm.
there's also like the more etchy, raunchy stuff that's also out there. Kind of out. You just kind of just run into it when you walk around. And when I went to ASIN, I went with John. There's also a whole other section where they just have a whole floor of just like Japanese arcade machines. It's like a whole arcade
Cool.
in there. Well, that was a lot of fun too. So I mean, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it when I was there. It was really cool to see a lot of the cosplay was really cool, and no, it was fun. So I kind of want to go back because I only been there once, so I want to go back and get more of an experience of what ASIN is.
Yeah, hopefully, I also want to go to ASIN at some point. But on the heels of that, when it comes to anime and people just being inspired by anime in big venues, kind of to touch on this, but recently, if you guys have been, living under a rock, Japan is hosting the Olympics this year, the 2021 Olympics, and
Yay!
one of the very weirdest things, but still very cool that nobody would have expected, but they happened. We had two instances where athletes or the Olympics themselves scheduled to have anime be represented during the Olympics. For example, Olympic athlete Alexa Moreno wows with Demon Slayer gymnastics routine. Unfortunately, the site that I have right for comic book slash anime, they took down, or the media was taken down that showed her routine that she did, but she essentially did a routine set to a Demon Slayer song. Now, which song in particular? I believe it was the intro.
I think so too. I think you're
Yeah,
right.
the opening for Demon
Hmm.
Slayer, which I mean, when I had watched it, she did a performance that was extremely gorgeous and was high flying skills. So I mean, it was super super sick. And if you guys want to check it out, she is indeed a Mexican athlete, very sick. La Raza representing, and especially anime love that even more. And yeah, the track in question is Demon Slaying Corpse. That's the name of the song. Has a lot of energy and emotion,
I
as
don't
said
think
this
that's the
article.
opening.
No, that's
Yeah,
No,
not
I don't,
the
I don't think
opening
that's the
then. I
opening.
thought it
Yeah.
was.
no.
No.
I think that's one of the battle songs when they fight.
Yeah, yeah. You're probably right, Rafa.
Which, like,
Still really cool
the
though.
intro song is better though. But no, yeah, it's still really cool the fact that they even use that. Um, oh man, I was looking at I was like reading the rest of the article, but no, I thought I was going to say more about it. But yeah, so that's one for example. That's one example of anime being represented there. But the other one, personally, I loved more because Haikyuu makes a surprise cameo during the Tokyo Olympics volleyball game. To kind of expand more on it, during a Tokyo Olympics volleyball game, Haikyuu made a surprise cameo in which the original manga series, that is not any information that I want to include. There it is. During the game between Japan and Venezuela's men's volleyball teams, in which Japan actually claimed their first victory at the Olympics in 29 years with a straight 3-0 win, particularly great moment for Japan was accented by Spy Air's Imagination, which served as the very first opening theme for Haikyuu's anime. It was the moment straight out of the series, and yet you can check it out below as spotted by, and then they give you a little Twitter link. And so essentially they played music, and it kind of like really looked like Haikyuu. It was really sick. And it looks like it was they also played the music behind it too, so there you go, there's that very sick stuff. Yeah, it's just, if you like anime, that's kind of something really cool that they added into like something super mainstream, which is the fucking Olympics. So
It was really cool to see. It's really cool to see that. They were also, when they were doing the opening ceremony, different countries had like video game music playing too. So
Mm-hmm.
really cool, man. I'm not gonna watch the Olympics, but it's really
yeah.
cool to see that.
Neither am I. There's a lot of people
Yeah,
also doing like cosplay there too. For example, one of the announcers was dressed up as Jiraiya from Naruto.
I saw that.
I thought that was a joke. I can't.
No, that was 100% a real thing.
That's
They dressed up
hilarious.
as Jiraiya while doing like
That's
an
cool.
announcement for something.
Wasn't there someone dressed as Sakura too?
I think so. Yeah, like people are like cosplaying as they're doing that stuff, which is like don't get me wrong, that is super super sick. But at the Olympics, it's kind of it's kind of weird.
But it's Japan.
But it's Japan, so
makes
yeah.
sense.
What better place to do that? It actually kind of works. Like let's say they had the Olympics here in the United States, and the people are running around as Jiraiya and Sakura. They'd be like, "What the fuck is this? Like, why are they dressed like
Super
that?"
facts. It would be very weird. That would never
Right?
happen.
Exactly. But it's in Japan and it works. Like just and just like, yeah, okay, like, yeah, it's Japan. Like I don't question it.
Oh yeah, no, I definitely agree. But another thing I don't question, well, maybe I might have some questions, is the official trailer for Platinum End was released, and not only that, they even go on to say when it will be announced or around what time. Actually, no, it doesn't. I'm getting my articles mixed up. This one says a launch time TBD, but Platinum End's official trailer did release recently, and it is, for those of you that may or may not know, Platinum End is the latest manga from writer Sugumi Oba and artist Takeshi Obata, the creative duo behind Death Note and Bakuman. And the anime adaptation is on the way to Crunchyroll. The announcement was made during Crunchyroll's San Diego Comic-Con industry panel, with more information to come as we get closer to the series debut. Definitely go check out the preview. It was quite an interesting, an interesting trailer, an interesting watch. There was a lot of aspects to it that kind of gave me Death Note vibes, and of course, like I was telling you guys before, we started recording, was that clearly this shows like some kind of god complex in the guy, where I think what they say, like 13 angels came from the heavens and selected 13 people to become the next god, some shit like that.
See, I feel like that's where you're getting kind of confused, because I don't think the guy had a god complex. It's just like they're just picking a new god. Now the god complex thing, that's from Death Note for sure, because that was Light all the way through. Like he's like, I'm gonna be the new god, but like
Mhm.
nobody chose him. He was just saying that was his life goal. Like I'm gonna be so powerful that they're gonna treat me as a god, not that he's gonna become a god. I feel like that's like the big difference here.
Well, I mean, at least in my eyes, I don't think I'm confusing it, because like with the trailer, the way it showed it to me as is, and especially with some of the lines that they took out of and like put into the trailer, they're like, oh, people die this easily, and like he just starts like menacingly laughing, and like some of the scenes you see him are kind of like in a distorted kind of villain way, which like gives me super Light vibes, um, and things like that. So
It could be like maybe he's doing like maybe like another type of like a light character, but like he was actually in the process of becoming a god. Maybe it's in the vein of that.
yeah, I mean, like then that's the vibes it kind of gives me. That's why I said like God complex, where it's like he develops a
Mhm.
God complex. At least that's what I get from the trailer. Now, could it be completely different and go a separate direction? Of course, yeah. But
The way that I kind of get the vibe from it is just like it's gonna be like one of those other anime that we kind of see. It's almost like its own genre of like picking a new deity or whatever. There's been a lot of anime that do that, where like there's a group of people who have to like fight it out, and then whoever wins becomes a god. Like that's a thing. apparently.
What was that one? The one with the cell phones and the
Future Diary.
Future Diaries. That was one too, right? Like the god was
Yeah.
dying, so he needed to
Mhm.
pick somebody new. Yeah.
Yeah. Future
So
Diaries done that. With this, there's a handful. There's definitely a handful of anime that like that specifically do that.
yeah, which
And
it is
which
its own genre of. I don't even know what it's called, but I think it is its own genre.
and also, I'll say it for later. But yeah, there's something I was gonna bring up, but I'll say it for later.
Oh, okay.
That relates to this.
Oh, okay, okay, okay. Thoughts, Renee, on Platinum End?
Mm, So this is definitely one of the shows that I was kind of looking forward to. I know it was just like a trailer, and I don't know if it was just like the art style or the premise of it, but I wasn't I didn't like it as much as I hoped for. But once again, it's just a trailer. And maybe it's me just trying to compare it to Death Note, and I shouldn't because it seems like it's a whole different thing in itself.
Right.
Um, but I am still gonna watch it. Like I'm still very curious to know what this is about. It's on my radar. I just based off that trailer. I don't. Once again, I don't know if it was the art style or it looked a little weird to me. The angel looked a little weird. I don't. I just gotta give it a try. When it comes out, I'll give it a watch.
Oh, Joe.
Absolutely love that. Now, speaking of giving something a watch and just being excited for something, I am mad excited for what I'm about to talk to you guys about. Bleach. That's right. I'm bringing up Bleach in 2021. Bleach is getting a new chapter, and man, are the fans thriving after all this time since it closed, and since the finale of the series of the show and everything in August of 2016 for the manga specifically. Bleach fans have kind of been kind of left out to dry. They've been having to go to new pastures and find new loves of anime, but finally it's making a comeback, a resurgence. And Bleach is getting a brand new chapter for, I believe, the 20th anniversary of Bleach. So kind of crazy stuff. They're going to be coming into it, and it will be receiving a special chapter of 73 pages. Wow, that is a lot of pages. To commemorate its 20th anniversary and the Weekly Shonen Jump issue number 36/37. So we have a lot of Bleach to read once that comes out. I definitely will be checking it out myself because I'm no, I wouldn't say super fan, but I am a big fan of Bleach. Absolutely love the show, and the manga itself as well. And I will definitely be checking it out. But I mean, 20 years of an anime. Of course, a lot of animes have also been going on for that long, or if not longer. But I don't know if you guys. I know Rafa has probably dabbled in Bleach a little bit, but I don't know if you've ever watched it before, Renee.
I've caught a few episodes like on Adult Swim, um, and it was pretty cool. I I didn't keep up with the show, but I'm curious. So it ended in 2016. And fans weren't like happy about it. Did they end like on a weird note? Like was the story like not a complete story, and that's why we're getting this chapter?
I feel like this is more like a bonus thing. I know some people
Okay.
were not very happy with it, and others were happy with the ending. It's. I think I would honestly say that people are more leaning towards they weren't too happy with the way it ended. So if this is like
Okay.
a time skip or like a way of retconning some of the ending
Mhm.
or making some stuff canon about the ending, then that'd be super sick. I mean, 73 pages, you can do so much with 73 pages. Um, I know most chapters that come out like monthly, once a month, are I think 20 to 28 pages long, depending on the manga that you're reading. I know
Okay.
Boruto comes around 20 to 28 pages long. I've also seen it at one point like hit 32 pages, but it's not often that you're gonna get a whole 73 page chapter.
Mhm.
So like you can definitely fit a lot of canonical stuff uh, in there. So I don't know. Like I mean, I'm super excited. I like the way it ended, kind of. I definitely was more of a fan of the anime, but I mean, a lot of people kind of were before they did the task of jumping into reading manga. So I don't know. I just know Bleach is a super loved show.
Yeah, I think. Well, for me, like I think Bleach is on Netflix or something. I don't know where I've seen it. Like it's streaming on somewhere. I just like I said, like I've heard good things about it. I've seen a few episodes and I liked it. I just never like had the chance to go back and actually follow it. But I remember seeing it start on either Netflix or I don't know, Crunchyroll. It looks too old for me to even try to like get back into it. I'm like, I remember it being cool when I saw it. I don't know if I would get into it now just because it looked like a much older anime. That's just my opinion.
I definitely feel that. I'm very much the same way.
Yeah, I try to give things a shot, but this one in particular, like it just looks old.
Yeah. What do you think, Rafa?
I mean, I did watch Bleach for quite some time. I was actually following it. I eventually ended up dropping it. I don't remember why, and I don't remember exactly at what point I ended up stopping. Uh, I ended up not watching it anymore. So I mean, it's cool to see that they're gonna add.
Hmm.
It's like an epilogue, like a little nice little bonus thing. It's like what it kind of reminds me of. It kind of reminds me of how there was like Breaking Bad, and then there was El Camino that came out like years later.
Right.
It's kind of like that. That's kind of like the vibes that I get from it. They're gonna go back and expand on the story a little bit more. I don't know if it's gonna do that much more. Maybe it's just kind of like a little quick update on like what the characters are doing, and then like maybe like a small problem they have to figure out or something like that. And or it could be something completely different. Maybe they could be setting up a whole new show that's
I was
connected.
thinking that. I was like Bleach 2.0.
Right, or like they could be setting up Burn the Witch, in a different way or something, or connected back to Burn the Witch. So who knows? I don't know. It's cool to see, and it's nice to see that the Bleach community is getting love again. Because it's rare for that to happen. Once an anime or manga kind of ends, for the most part, you really don't see anything else from it.
Hmm.
You just kind of left there with what you already have. So it's cool to see. It's nice. Who knows? Who knows what's gonna come from this one chapter?
I like seeing the hype too, like in that article, Hector. Like you scroll down, you see everyone's like tweets about it. Like this guy was like, "Wait, a new Bleach chapter in the year 2021? I gotta see this."
Yup.
Or, like, fair warning, I'm not showing up about that Bleach chapter once it drops. Like everyone is stoked about this, so that's pretty cool to see.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely, like I said, it's like Bleach is such one of those like super loved animes that like I said, like everybody, and I mean everybody absolutely loves. So like I understand, I get it 100%.
Hmm.
But like, nah, yeah, even me, I'm excited. I wouldn't say I'm a super fan, like I said, but I'm still looking super forward to it. It's definitely something I want to check out myself personally. So we'll be doing that, when it comes around. And hey, who knows? I might even bring it up on the bento and talk about it with you guys. But that being said, ladies and gentlemen, that is it for the news. So Rafa, go ahead and tune us out.
thank you so much, Hector, Renee, and myself for the news. Hopefully, you guys have a beautiful and safe night. And that's it from us here at the Bento Box Weekly News Update. Stay tuned for the late night news, midnight update coming out very soon. Be safe and don't get sick.
And don't get sick. Okay.
Yeah.
Love that. We love that, honestly. But you know what else I really love? My Hero Academia. My Hero Academia episode 105, guys. Spoiler warning, we're going to be diving into a lot of spoilers. So 100% definitely check into what's going to be going on here when it comes to spoilers, because you're going to want to keep track of this. We are going to be jumping into episode 105, review and recap of the show. Now, the other thing as well that is going to be a little tricky is that we are going to be talking about Tokyo Revengers, everything thus far from season 2 that's come out. So, fair warning, look at the description down below and skip to Anime Swap when it comes up. But here we go. We're going to be talking about My Hero Academia episode 105. Rafa or Renee, whichever one wants to take the cake. Which one of you guys wants to go ahead and give us a recap of the episode.
I'm trying to remember. I saw it like Saturday, so I'm trying to remember the show itself. I know it has to do with Endeavor. Oh, okay, yes, I remember. So Endeavor, and they're doing the whole the work study thing with Deku, Tsurugi, and Bakugo. They're trying to keep up with Endeavor. Endeavor's still, because he's the number one, um, the number one hero. They're still struggling to keep up with him, but they're slowly starting to catch up. Things like that. And then Endeavor's daughter, I don't remember her name, she calls up and she's like, "Hey, can you bring them over? I want them, I want us to have like a family dinner, this and that." She's trying to mend the wounds that the family has here, because of what Endeavor's done in the past. So pretty much Endeavor brings them over, Bakugo, Deku, and Todoroki. And they're all sitting down eating dinner, and then uh the three are the three students, or well, not three students, but Todoroki's one of them. uh Deku and Bakugo get introduced to the family, right? To the sister and to the older brother who was in college. They're kind of eating food there, and there's a little bit of venom being thrown around. I guess you can say some hurtful words being thrown around a little bit here and there between the older brother and well, it was really just the older brother doing it, because Endeavor was just not, he wasn't like looking for fights or whatever. Because clearly the older brother is still hurt about what happened. He still has not forgiven Endeavor at all. And so it's like there's family beef going on pretty much between them. And the older brother's like, "I'm not ever gonna forgive you, like, I'm out of here, bro." Like, he's like, "Sorry, sis, thanks for trying, but I can't do this." Kind of pretty much just saying, like, fuck off, Endeavor, pretty much. So that's going on. Um as all this is going on, the one thing that I enjoyed a lot, and I enjoyed the most of this whole episode, was that Endeavor was reflecting a lot of what he has done and what has happened. And he was kind of like talking to himself, like monologuing. That's like a big part of the episode. That's good, that happens in between of what's going on with the family, with them arguing and fighting and stuff like that. And with the help of Deku, Toroki kind of starts realizing that he's on the path of forgiving Endeavor. That he's starting to slowly realize, like, he's starting to get to that point where he's starting to accept, and willing to finally turn that page, with his dad, which is really cool to see. It was really cool that could point that out to him. Almost so Rocky was surprised and was like, "Oh man, like, he actually has a point here," you know. And it is a really funny scene that's connected to that, was with Bakugo kind of stormed in and was like, "Hey man, like, y'all here you guys are fighting and beefing with each other while you have guests over. Like, what the fuck is this?" That was a really funny scene.
I love him.
Yes, he was great. And I'm trying to remember how it ends. I don't remember how it ends. Right? They end up leaving, right? I don't remember how this ends.
I mean, like, it was Deku kind of having like a little heart to heart conversation with, like, while everybody was listening, with Todoroki, and
Right.
then the brother ends up leaving the house, and Endeavor is saying his prayers to
Yes.
Toya.
Oh, right.
He's saying, like, "Hey,
So,
I wish you could be around here instead of me."
right.
I'm so curious to know what happened to him.
So that is the that I'm assuming that's the firstborn, right? The oldest brother.
Yes, that would be the oldest brother. Yeah.
So in well, I did skip over it. The oldest brother, as of right now, the one that leaves, on the one that's in college, he kind of throws that into Endeavor's face about the oldest brother. He's
Right.
like, "Because of you, this was what happened to our brother, or whatever. That's why he's not around, because of you." Throwing it in his face. And then we find out that I didn't know this was that there was another brother, and that he's dead. That surprised me. But yeah, Endeavor, like you had said, Endeavor was praying to like had like, they have like the little offering table thing,
Mhm.
whatever. And it was praying to, the oldest brother. And also there I also forgot to mention, while all this is going on, they did bring up that Toroki is sending letters and talking to his mom through letters. And the mom is saying that she is almost the doctors are getting close to clearing her to leave the hospital. So that's cool. Hopefully that, they put the whole family back together again. I That's pretty much it, right? I didn't miss anything.
No, you didn't miss anything other than the preview for the end of the episode, but we'll get to that when we're done.
Yeah. So for me, I really like this episode a lot. A lot, a lot. This is like a 100% improvement from last week, because last week was just a bunch of fuck shit, just them fucking around. This was I the reason why I like this a lot, and the one character that I really liked from this whole episode was Endeavor. I love how Endeavor just kind of was so uh he just sat there and just thought about, like, he just was
Mhm.
processing everything and just going into it through his head, and just and the thing with that dream he keeps having where his family's sitting around eating dinner and they're all happy and smiling, but he's not in the dream. It's like you can tell this guy's really going through a lot, and he's really fighting with himself, and he's trying to forgive himself with what he's done, and he knows he fucked up, and he knows that he kind of fucked it up for everybody in his family because of the way he was, and he's trying to redeem himself. He's trying to correct that path, and it almost feels like he kind of has. It's like he's almost doubting his own self. Like, could I even do this? Could I even fix this? Should I just like leave it behind and just leave these guys and just get out of their lives, and so they can stop being so miserable with having me around. It was a very it was it's it was like hauntingly beautiful. It was very sad in a very
Very
beautiful way.
emotional. Mhm.
Right? Because yeah, exactly. Because it's this guy who fucked it up, who's trying to put everything back together, but he doesn't even know if he can put it back together. With his family, and he is trying. He's trying his best, and it's really, man. I really enjoyed the fuck out of it. And my favorite parts was him talking to himself and really thinking things over, and him bringing up the dream and stuff like that, and just trying to see if there's a way that where he can fix this. And I guess the main reason why I really enjoyed this episode, especially those scenes, was because that's such a human thing, We're just thinking back of what you've done in the past, and maybe certain situations with certain people, especially with family members, where maybe have an argument with a family member, with a brother, with a sister, with your parents or a cousin or uncle or whatever, and you're like, damn, like I kind of fucked it up here. Maybe I could talk to them, maybe, and apologize, and maybe we get back on the same page. It's something. It's very. They did a really good job humanizing Endeavor in this episode. Like, he
Mhm.
feels like an actual person who's struggling with his mistakes, and he's trying to correct it with his family. Like, this is a top tier. This is a slice of life episode, and this is a top tier slice of life episode. This is platinum shit right here.
It qualifies for slice of life?
What were they doing, Renee? They were hanging out and ate dinner.
I mean they were fighting bad guys though in the beginning.
Okay, other than that, the majority of the episode itself was them having dinner. So if that's not slice of life, I don't know what is.
Everything has to go back to goddamn slice of life.
It does. But no, I love this episode. This might be one of my top favorite episodes. I just love everything about
Oh.
this episode. I'm telling you, they did. It's the one thing that I find kind of difficult with anime is for because with anime, of course, it is animation. There is a sense of disbelief that we have to kind of play into it to kind of accept with a lot that's going on. It's really hard for a something that's drawn like a cartoon character to be able to show uh to show a level of like of human emotions and stuff like that. They do stuff like that. I appreciate a show a lot when they're able to really get that message across to someone who's watching that this is not just a cartoon character. This is an actual person who's going through stuff. Like they portray that so well with him.
Yeah, I mean, this entire episode has been crazy. I think they're really setting up something big coming up soon, but
Oh no.
I don't know. Like, I just feel like obviously we just see the inner turmoil between the Todoroki family, but like I just feel so bad for the sister because the sister just really wants everything to be like good.
She's
Even
trying to put everything back together,
yeah,
and
even a little. Like she's putting in so much effort to like try to change her dad or try to help him be a better person. Um and then the crazy part is she's really the only one that is acknowledging the fact that he's trying to change his ways from being like the essentially the piece of shit that he was back then. Um and I mean to find out that there was a brother who pretty much everybody in the household, especially the older brother, blames Endeavor for like not being part of the family anymore, being gone and everything. Like it's pretty crazy overall. But I mean, yeah, I'm just finally glad we got to get introduced to Toya of of all people.
Yeah. I agree with both you guys. This episode was a good one. It was definitely an emotional one. And I wasn't really expecting that. I was like, I didn't expect for me to get as emotional as I did. Endeavor was just like one of those characters where when you first like when he gets introduced in the show, like he just seems like this evil dude who's a hero, and like I had a hard time like accepting him. Like, dude, he's like it just seemed like he was an asshole. And he was in the past. So it's nice that, in these later episodes you're starting to see his like the character development. He's you this episode you see, yeah, like you guys said, like the internal conflict. He's aware of what he did in the past, and he's just trying to better he wants to do better by his kids, by his family. But he understands that his family, they're not going to forgive him just yet. Like he knows that it's going to take some time. That's why he's like not saying anything to anyone, like when they like like when the son, like when he walks away, from the room, from the dinner table, like he doesn't say anything. Like he seems very like calm, like because he knows that he did wrong by them, and he just knows it's going to take time. And I think, you know all the kids, all of Endeavor's kids, like they obviously, I see each and every one of them wanting to forgive him. They just don't know how to because of what he did to their mother and their brother. So it's just everyone's struggling right now, but I do feel like everyone wants to kind of move forward from this.
right,
And I think the sister is kind of taking the lead on that.
right,
And yeah, and as I said, Endeavor, you know, he's struggling with a lot. He's now the number one hero. So he has pressure from that. He's being compared to All Might. He has a whole different vision. He has a whole different demeanor than All Might. And now he's struggling with his own family. So like, and then on top of that, he knows something's going to happen in like 6 months. So I can only imagine the pressure and the stress that this guy is going through. But in this episode you see him, like you said, Rafa, like he's just reflecting on everything, and you can really see that he's just trying to do better. So I can't wait to see what happens moving forward. And yeah, I hope they're him and his family, I hope they're able to resolve things.
yeah.
This was an emotional one. This was an emotional episode for sure.
Endeavor has more character development than All Might.
Oh yes, I agree.
Yeah, good episode.
Yeah, also what's pretty sad too is like even later on in the manga, like he still doesn't have the character development that Endeavor has had the entire time. So that's something I'm just like
Mm.
yeah, it kind of sucks. But I mean, pretty much every hero kind of takes a backseat at a certain point. But yeah, I mean that was episode 105. I believe, right, episode 105. Yeah. So not too bad. Definitely building up a lot of stuff. And when it comes to building up, like I was saying, the end trailer for the upcoming episode shows a villain obsessed with Endeavor, and we even see scenes that he actually arrives at Endeavor's home while the three kids are there meeting Todoroki's family. So big cliffhanger of an ending trailer. I don't know if you guys remember that at all.
I don't. I do not remember that.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that isn't. Oh, I'm so scared. I'm scared.
So that's gonna be something pretty crazy to look at. And I see Rafa's looking at it right now.
Oh
So.
yeah, it's the guy with the this
Oh
guy.
no.
The guy with the with the I don't even know what that is. Tape?
It's like bandages. It's like his yeah, he's like bandages, tapes, things like that. But essentially, it seems like this villain who is super obsessed with Endeavor, who I'm guessing Endeavor has done something to him in the past, but he really wants to mess with Endeavor, really fight him, or maybe get revenge on him.
Oh no.
And so he ends up attacking Endeavor's family home and grabbing the older brother and using him as kind of like bait slash a human body shield.
I'm not ready for this, guys.
So it's definitely going to be an emotional one because now we get to see Endeavor, the hero, not Endeavor, the father, save his son. So.
Oh wait, is this? Oh, I don't want to say anything, but like, is this gonna be like, here's the father stepping in to protect his family, and then something happens to him? I hope not.
We'll have to see, but you're
Okay. Oh no.
you're on a good note. I'm not gonna tell you exactly, but you're on a good note.
I'm gonna start crying.
It's gonna be a super emotional and trust me, it's gonna be a good episode, which is why I know what's to come in the next two episodes. I think for sure this next one, and then the one after that I kind of know vaguely, but you got to keep in mind. I think we're about halfway through. Once the next two episodes come out, we're halfway through the season. So what is going to happen in the last half is going to be kind of crazy because unless they decide to go to see the other students and what they're doing with their work study,
I don't want that.
I don't exactly know where they next could go, because from there I guess they can just start building up the villain arc.
That's like
But-
what they're gonna do.
Yeah,
That'd be
that's
glorious.
gonna be my guess too. But even then, like Endeavor and the next big three, Deku, Bakugo, and Todoroki are gonna take spotlight in the next two episodes. So definitely keep an eye out for that.
Hell yeah.
And moving on to more spoiler talk, guys. It will be from moving forward, right, from now on for the next few episodes while we watch the rest of season 2. Tokyo Revengers will now be part of our weekly recap and review, guys. And with that being said, we need to catch up on a lot of episodes because even though we kind of vaguely talked about it, both Renee and myself, especially at the end of the spring-summer 2021 season, Rafa is now fully on board with us and watching and keeping up with us. So that means that we can finally talk about it every week, and we have to catch up on essentially 4 new episodes. Episodes 13 through 16. Granted, I'm okay with just talking about the newest 2, or if you guys want to, all 4, but just kind of bounce around and talk to us about what's been going on. For those of you that have not been paying attention or have not watched this show, or maybe are caught up and have not watched season 2, we, again, like I said, we're going to be talking about spoilers, so be careful. And to start off where we left off in episode 12, which is the ending of the first half of the season, for Tokyo Revengers. Whew. Yeah, wait, it says season 2 of Tokyo Revengers. Was there a season 1?
Season 1 came out in spring.
Yeah, but it's weird
Yeah.
because it says S2. Oh, but okay, I see season 1 is like English dub. Okay, I thought there was like a season 1 part 2. You know what I'm saying? Like a part 1, part 2. But I
Isn't it
guess
still just season 1, or are they calling
no,
the summer now
they
season 2?
categorize it as season 2, which is why I was a little confused. I was like, what?
Oh.
But yeah,
Oh, okay.
but all of them say season 2, episode 1 through 16, so it's kind of weird. I don't know. It's very, very interesting the
Oh.
way they're numbering this, but that's not the point, guys. After, at the end of episode 12, we see our main character, Takemichi, go back in time, and everything seems honky-dory, everything seems great. He fixed it. You know, I believe his Hinata Tachibana, she was alive and well, and they had met together, and their love was flourishing yet again, and you end up finding out that Tachibana and him had, you know, still had some kind of feelings for each other, and she straight up asks him, like, you know, I've been broken up with by one guy before, and, you know, it left me really heartbroken. And she's telling him all these crazy things about how, you know, she felt so terrible after they broke up with him. And then he comes to realize that, oh shit, she's talking about me. I'm the one that made her feel like this. I'm the one that made her feel super terrible. Why would I ever break up with her? And you have to also take in mind that all these crazy events have kind of changed his perspective. And also with him bouncing back and forth, you know, he misses a few things. It's not like, you know, when he hops back and, you know, back and forth in time, he fully remembers everything that's happened while he was away. No, like he just comes back to whatever point in time he's at there, and like completely forgets how or when it happened. So they have that heart to heart moment, and they end up, everything seems like it's gonna go perfectly fine. You know, the end, happily ever after. And of course, Kisaki and even Akun, which is the guy with the red hair, the pompadour hair, whatever it's called, the hairstyle. Um, Takemichi and Hinata were supposed to be in the car, or more so just Takemichi, and Akun ends up driving into it and killing Hinata.
Well, right. Sorry, Hector. Right before that, um,
We see another villain.
yes, right before that,
Oh yeah,
this guy, what's his name? Takemichi. He
Takemichi's
goes
the main character. Yeah,
right. He goes to the bathroom, right, and he tells
Yeah.
his girlfriend to go to the car to wait for him at the
Mhm.
car.
Mhm.
As he's in the bathroom, he runs into this guy. I don't remember his name.
Hanma.
yeah, that's Hanma.
Yeah,
Mhm.
and then Hanma is like, "Oh shit, you're not in the car."
He
Damn.
just walks away.
Yeah. He's like, okay, I get like we were trying to get both of you guys, but fuck it, we'll get you later, I guess. He said
Did he
something around
say
those.
that? I
He said
thought he just.
something.
Go
He said
ahead.
something
Sorry.
like that, like around the lines like that, like, "Oh shit, like you're not in the car." Like, all right,
Yeah, he
it's
said. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
you know.
And then
So
he
then,
walks away like all chill about it.
yeah, he
And
leaves. Yeah, he leaves, and then Takemichi notices like the tattoos in his hand because he has sin and punishment or something like that. He has something
Yeah,
tattooed
uh,
on his hands.
punishment on his right, sin on the left.
Yeah, and he noticed that like, oh, it's that guy. So then like he knows something's kind of up because he sees him. So he goes back to the car, and as he gets to the car, that's when this guy, his friend with the red hair with the pompadour,
mhm.
he rams the truck from the back, and it's almost what that reminded me of, by the way. It reminded me of BioShock Infinite. And the reason why is because spoiler for BioShock Infinite. With BioShock Infinite, it deals with alternate universes, you know, different storylines and things like that. But the one thing that they always kept saying is that there's always constants and there's always differences. There's certain things that do change, but for whatever, no matter what, in every single universe that you go into, there's always going to be a constant. There's always something that's going to be the same that's never going to change, you know. And that kind of reminded me of this because yeah, Takemichi did go back and he did change things up a bit, right? Like, so she didn't die by the market with that big old truck thing, right?
Mhm.
Or whatever. And but she still ends up dying, and she still ends up dying by this guy, right? What's his, whatever his name is, and and he also dies too, right? So like,
He died in both instances too. Yeah, you're right.
right, yeah. There are some differences in there, but the thing that's still constant is that the that his girlfriend and his friend are dying, and
Yes.
it's all revolving around the same guy.
Yes.
So the
Yes. That's so
situation
true.
is different, but the end results are still the same. That reminded me of that. I thought that was really cool. That there's like that type of connection with like universes and stuff like that. So, I wonder if that's going to be a factor into this, where it's going to be like, hey, yeah, you are changing things, but there are certain things that even though you are changing, that's not gonna. You're just gonna have to accept these results, type of thing. That's gonna. It's a bit dark to think that way, but I wonder if that's gonna be a thing.
But
That'd be really
I think that's why they decided, or Takamichi decided. Then he's like, you know what, we have to kill the source, and that source is Kisaki.
right.
So I think that's him making those connection, like, hey, like this, no matter what I do, Hina and Akun still end up dying. So I think him and like the brother were like, I think you know, they decided that like they have to go after the source.
Right. So then what Takamichi's pretty much ends up saying is like, hey, I'm gonna become the leader of
Mm-hmm.
the what's it called? What's it called? Toman?
He's said gonna become leader of Toman of
Yeah,
the Tokyo
Toman.
Manji gang.
Yeah. So he's like, I'm gonna become the leader of that. So then that's his goal. Going back into the past, and then they kind of know that he's gonna be in the past for quite some time.
Hmm.
Right. So like so he goes back in the past, and I didn't even know that he was part of the gang. I thought he was part of the gang by now. He's not part of the gang yet. And I was like, I was kind of like, damn, bro, like you're not gonna put him in the gang yet. He literally saved Draken's life, and
That
you're
is
not gonna put him
true. Because like he in one of the episodes, he was given one of like one of the jackets
right.
as a
He was,
gift. Like
he was
they're like, hey,
given
like it's here if it's yours.
I think he
he
was
was
given Mikey's jacket.
Mikey's old jacket. Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, so I was surprised that when he went back in the past, like he wasn't already part of the gang. But maybe it was just the time, like I don't know, he went maybe too far. I don't know. I don't know. That was a
but
little
the thing
confusing.
is, he saved the Draken's
He
life.
did.
Like how much does this guy have to prove himself to you? You know, I don't know
Yeah, I don't know
but
either.
whatever. So pretty much what happens is that so he goes back in the past and he's like, okay, I'm gonna try to move up in the ranks or whatever. What's his name? The guy with the long black hair. Um
Baji,
Baji.
he's so cute.
He's like he's like, I'm out of here, bro. I'm getting the fuck out of here. Um he ends up leaving the Toman gang, right? And uh, there's like a whole ceremony thing going on. Okay. Like in the middle of like at a park or something. I don't even know where the fuck they are, but like they're like at a park. And Mikey is bringing in what's this guy's name? The bad guy,
Kizaki.
Kisaki. He's
Mhm.
bringing Kisaki in to replace
Mhm.
the guy who got arrested, right?
Pachin?
Pachan,
Wasn't it Pachin?
Pachan, whatever the guy's name is.
I'm sure
The,
it's Pachin because yeah, he stabbed the Mobius's leader.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So Mikey's bringing this guy in to replace Pachan. Um,
Pachin.
Pachan. He's gonna so he's taking a spot, and Takemichi sees this shit and is like, oh fuck, because Takemichi thinks that that he kind of has this idea of like, oh, they're gonna give it to me, which I thought that's what was gonna happen,
I
because
thought so too.
right, like before this, they were like because Takemichi's hanging out with Mikey and Draken like all the fucking they're literally butt ass naked and like in a public bathroom, taking a shower together and shit. Like these guys are close.
It was a sauna. Wasn't it like a sauna? No?
It's a public bathroom.
You're
That's
right.
that's
You're
that's
right. You're
a
right.
they
I
have
was
those in
like trying to
Japan.
defend it. You're right.
Yeah. So they're butt ass naked with each other, hanging out, having a great time. And so then they're like, "Hey man, come with us. We're having this like super secret meeting." And then Takemichi's like, "Oh shit, bro, I'm about to get this promotion, dog." And he doesn't get it, which surprised the hell out of me and Renee. And they gave it to this guy, the bad guy, what's his name, Kakashi.
Kisaki.
Yeah. And so then he walks up, the bad guy, Kakashi. I'm just gonna call him Kakashi. And he's kind of disrespecting the group a little bit because he sits down, he's not looking at Mikey, and everybody's like, "Yo, bro, what the fuck? Like, you're not gonna look at the leader like that or whatever." But they pretty much like, "Hey, yeah, he's a new captain. He's part of the main squad or whatever.
Mhm.
You guys just have to accept it." And while that happens, Kakashi turns and looks at the group, and has like this big like shit eating grin on his face. And then Takemichi loses it, goes up and punches him in the face.
I was so surprised he did that, but I
Me too.
understand why.
Me too. Yeah. And then everybody's like, "What the fuck?" Like, and then Dragon's like, "Bro, you're not even part of the gang. You can't do shit like that. You can't interfere. Like, we just brought you as a guest. This is not part of. You're not part of the squad, bro. You can't do that." He gets his ass beat a little bit by Bachi, I think. Or not
Baji.
Bachi, Baji.
Mhm.
But yeah, Bachi's like, "Hey, bro, I'm out of here." He leaves. He's joining the
Valhalla.
Valhalla. Yeah. He's like, "I'm out of here, dude. Fuck you, Mikey. Peace, bro."
Which is another gang.
Yeah,
They're Toman's enemy.
yeah. So it's a bigger gang apparently. It's comprised of I think like two other smaller gangs or some shit like that.
No, not no. It's like a bunch of Toman's rivals, and they total 350, while Toman has like 150.
That's what I'm saying. But isn't there like a bunch of other gangs who just came together to make one big ass gang? Isn't that what it
It
is?
was. Well, go ahead, Renee.
I thought didn't they take the Mobius gang?
Yeah, it
Didn't
was Mobius, and then another big gang, and then they took any other stragglers that were left off of
Wow.
anything else. So
Okay, yeah.
yeah,
Mhm. Mhm.
So then Baji leaves, and then what's his name? Takemichi kind of wakes up from his ass whooping, and and Mikey's there with him, and Mikey's talking to him, and then Mikey's like, "Yeah, dude, you'll be part of the school, like you're part of the gang now, and you're under the guy with the white hair. I don't remember his name, with the earring, but like he's his captain or whatever." And then Takemichi's telling him like, "Hey man, you need Kakashi out of here, bro. Like he is not a good fit for us. He's gonna fuck shit up. You need him out of here. Like he's bad news, bro." And Mikey's like, "Dude, I know this shit. I know he's bad news, but like we need people, and he has
Mhm.
people. We need backup because Valhalla's gonna fuck our shit up if we don't have enough people." So what Takemichi pretty much ends up making a deal with Mikey, where Mikey says, "Look, bro, go get Baji from Valhalla, convince him to come back to us, and I'll kick Kakashi out. All right." And then Takemichi's like, "Bet, dog, I got you." And then Mikey's like, "Bro, if you don't get this shit done though, I'm gonna kill your ass." So that's cool. That's nice. So then Takemichi's out and about doing his thing, and then he runs into this is the guy that I was talking about, Renee, where you weren't caught up yet. The guy with the tattoo on his neck.
I figured that was him.
Yeah, so
What's his name?
I don't remember his name. But he runs into this guy. Don't remember his name, but the guy with the tattoo on his neck. He has like the gold and black hair. Like he has like black hair with like yellow highlights. And he pretty much goes to Takemichi's school. And he's like, "Yo, Takemichi, come on, bro. We're gonna go hang out and have a good time, you and me." And you can tell this guy there's something off about this guy. He has two of his homies with him, like his most trusted guys with him, and he broke their legs apparently the day before, or some shit like that. Some like psycho shit. So then this guy brings back Takemichi to the Valhalla hideout, which is like in an abandoned arcade place. And there's a bunch of people from the gang, like the whole spot's filled up, right? And then you see this what's his name of this guy? What's the name of the guy again? With
Uh,
the sin and punishment in his hands?
Hanma.
Hanma, he's there, right? Like Hanma's there. Pretty much the whole rival gangs out there, right? And then you see Baji in the middle beating the shit out of his second in command, right? That's who he was.
Yeah, Toman. Mhm.
Yeah, of Toman, and so
Mhm.
because he was trying to prove to the Valhalla gang that he's done with Toman, that
Mhm.
he's all about the Valhalla squad now. So he's pretty much showing them like that he's done with it. That he's betraying Toman by beating the shit out of his second in command, and then so they bring in Takemichi to be like a witness of it. So he kind of pretty much say like, yeah. This guy's kind of giving up the Toman gang for us. And as that goes on, we kind of find out more about the backstory of how the Toman gang came together. It's Mikey, Draken, Pete Chan, Baji, and apparently the guy with the highlights, the crazy guy who broke the dude's legs. It was six founding members. All six of them made the Toman gang back in the day. And you see them like hanging out. They're driving to the beach or whatever, and they all have motorcycles. It's like a flashback type of thing. Everybody has motorcycles other than Mikey. Mikey has a fucking scooter.
He's the best.
and like, and his scooter's a piece of dog shit. They go slow as all fuck, and everybody has to wait on him. It was really funny. So then what ends up happening is that Mikey's bike or scooter runs out of gas. So and everybody's like, "Damn, Mikey, you fucking dickhead! Like you didn't plan ahead." And because that's just how Mikey is. And because Mikey's the leader, he made everybody play paper scissors rock to see who has to drag his scooter with no gas to the nearest gas station to fill it up. So Baji is the one who lost that, right? So then Baji is dragging the bike, his scooter along, pushing it, uh, like on the sidewalk or whatever, trying to get to the gas station. And a rival gang shows up from that area, and which they ran into them earlier in the episode, and they were kind of like, "Hey, bro, like y'all a bunch of kids. I don't want you. We don't want to see you guys around here again. If we see you guys again, we're gonna beat the shit out of you. We're gonna break your bikes, whatever." So Baji ran into them again, and the homies were like, "Bro, we warned you. Here you are. Now we got to beat your ass." So they start beating Baji, and then they're gonna start breaking. They're gonna break Mikey's
Scooter.
scooter. But Baji gets in the way. He's protecting the scooter with his body.
Ugh, that hurt me when they hit him. Like he had a baseball bat,
He
right?
got yeah, he got
Oh
hit by a
my
Yeah,
whole
he
baseball
got
bat.
like
Oh my
super messed
gosh.
up. He just kept getting
Like
pummeled by the people.
Oh.
his like at least three vertebrae got dislocated. He lost a rib. He got his ass beat. So as that's going on, Mikey shows up and say, "Hey, I forgot my swimming trunks," and he sees that Baji's getting his ass beat. So he walks up and he kicks his own scooter like across the street. And they're like, "What the fuck? Why you kick your scooter, bro?" And he's like, "I'm here to protect the shit that I love and I care for, which is the homies, So he's here to protect Baji. At the end of the day, he doesn't give a fuck about that scooter. He rather he rather destroy the scooter than have his friend get hurt, right? So then they pretty much get up and they beat the shit out of these guys, and then they go home, right? Yay, awesome. So then Baji and the other guy,
His name is Hanamiya Katsutora. So Kazutora.
Kazutora.
Yeah.
Yeah, the guy with the
The-
tattoo on his neck.
yes.
They're both of them. They're like, "Hey, bro, it's Mikey's birthday's coming up. He has a piece of shit scooter. Let's get him a bike. Let's get him an actual fucking bike." And there's this very specific bike that Mikey likes, a very specific model. So then, what's his name again? I know you just said it, but I forgot.
Kazutora.
Kazutora is like, "Hey, Baji, come on, bro, help me out. I found a spot. The bike that Mikey likes is at this spot. Come with, we'll get it. We're gonna take it from that.
We'll steal it. Yeah.
We're gonna steal it." And then Baji's like, "Bro, stealing's wrong. We don't do that shit. I'm not gonna help you with this." And then Kazutora or whatever this guy's name is, he's like, "Dude, we're gonna do it for Mikey for his birthday. Come on, like we just won't tell him that we stole it. Like, don't trip. Like, we got this shit. Like, imagine how cool Mikey's gonna look on this bike. Like, don't be a bitch." So then Baji's like, "I bet. I guess I'll go." So then so they go at this bike shop. It's like in the middle of the night. They break in, and they're looking at this specific bike, and they can tell it's like a custom bike. Like there's custom parts at it and shit like that. And like, "Oh man, look how cool this bike is, bro! Like Mikey's gonna be so happy when he gets this bike." They have Kazutora has bolt cutters with him, to cut the chain that's on the bike, so they could get it out of the store. So they cut the chain. Kazutora is going to try to open up the shutter so they get the bike out of there. As Baji's there holding onto the bike, someone walks into the room, and he's like, "Oh, y'all motherfuckers trying to rob me, huh? I'm gonna show y'all a thing or two." He's a skinny ass dude, and then the skinny dude kind of notices who Baji is. Like, hey, like, don't I know you from somewhere? And then Baji ends up recognizing who it is,
Mhm.
right? And he's like, "Oh shit, it's this guy," you know.
Mhm.
And as that's going on, he's like, "Bro, this is your shop." Like, yeah, that's my bike. So Baji knows who they're robbing pretty much right now. And then Kazutora sees that this is going down as he walks back into the room. So he walks up to a said skinny guy and hits him in the head with the bolt cutters, dropping him instantly and presumably killing the man. I mean, that's what it looked like. He looked like he just legit killed him. A pool of blood around his head, right? And as he hit him and as homie drops to the floor, Baji's freaking the fuck out. He's screaming and shit. He's like, bro, like, don't you know who the fuck this was? And he's like, who is this? And then that's when we find out that the guy who's on the floor, presumably dead, is Mikey's older brother.
Plot twist.
Holy shit, what a
I
twist.
know. I didn't expect that. I didn't expect him effort. So like yeah, when he walks. So first of all, the shop is dark, so like you can't see who's who. It's not until like yeah, Mikey's older brother confronts Baji. He's like, dude, I think I know you. And then like since it's dark, Baji's like, oh wait, you look familiar. And then like literally as that realization was coming about, here comes Kazura coming from the back and just hitting the dude because he's not aware of the conversation. He's not aware of who's who. Who's
Right.
he didn't recognize Mikey's older brother, and yeah, and just ends up hitting him. Um, yeah,
Right.
dude, that was crazy.
That was
I
that
wasn't
was
expecting it.
insane. That was that was
It was
insane.
a fucking jaw dropping moment. It was
It
like,
was.
um, especially like the Mikey's brother was like so cool. He's like, "What the fuck are you guys doing in my shop?" And he's like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't know." Like blah blah. Blah. And he's just like talking to him all casual, like as if he didn't just break into his thing. He's like, "Oh, it's whatever. You're Mikey's friends." And then I don't know where Kazutora just comes out and like essentially murders him, which is
Yeah.
absolutely
He
Oh,
crazy.
bashed his head in with bolt cutters.
Yeah.
oh my
So so then Baji's freaking the hell out. It's like, dude, we gotta get out of here. We gotta call an ambulance. We gotta do something, right? We can't just sit here. Kazutora's just sitting there because he's a fucking psychopath.
he's weird.
He's just sitting there saying that it's Mikey's fault over and over again. That's what he's pretty much saying. That it's Mikey's fault. It's Mikey's fault. The cops end up showing up and they arrest Baji and Kazutora. They're putting him in the squad car, and there's a mob of people starting to gather around to see what's going on. And in that group of people, there's Mikey staring at Baji, and Baji, all he can do is say that he's sorry for what has happened. And Mikey's like, "Yo, like, what's happening? Like, what's going on?" And that's all. All can Baji say is that I'm sorry, pretty much. Um, that's pretty much how the episode ends. That's the episode
Mhm.
16. So the whole reason of that backstory is because Baji's saying that the reason that he left the Toman gang is to back up Kazutora because Kazutora has a grudge against Mikey, and he's gonna help Kazutora take down Toman gang and pretty much kill Mikey. When that was said, I'm like, what the fuck? Like, what are you talking about, bro? Like, you literally killed his brother. You and this guy killed his brother, and you're talking about how you're gonna help this guy get you're gonna help him with this grudge that he has. Like, what the fuck are you doing, bro? Like, this is fucking like you should you should be on your Baji, because the other guy's a fucking psychopath. He could go fuck himself. But Baji should be on his hands and knees begging for forgiveness from Mikey and being appreciative that he lets him be around him and just hang out and shit and be friends. Be-
I'm pretty sure. So like the way I'm seeing it, right, for that is like, I feel like Baji is just one of those where it's like it's gonna sound really lame, but I feel like he just feels like second fiddle to Draken, who has taken his new place as the best friend. Because remember, Mikey had said that Baji and him were very, very close beforehand because they were literally neighbors growing up. And so
Yeah,
like them two came out the mud together. You know what I'm saying? And
right.
then obviously once that situation happened with his brother, and whatever happened afterwards that we're gonna find out later on in the next episode and things like that. And once he met Draken, like that's when everything changed for him. And
Mm-hmm.
that's when Draken kind of became his like his new number two. So I have a feeling that it's really just one of those cases where Baji just feels like he's lesser than Draken and not as much a family to Mikey anymore. So that's my thought process of it. Maybe Mikey like did some shit to like you
See,
know
I'm thinking Mikey did something after the fact. Because for Baji just to be like, oh, like I'm siding with Kazura, whatever his name was. I think we haven't seen everything yet. I'm hoping next episode kind of shows us what really happened after after the incident with the older brother.
Yeah.
yeah
Now, by the way, we don't know if the older brother is dead or not. They don't
True,
say. He
true.
could be in the hospital, but I'm just gonna presume he's dead because
He lost a
that
lot of blood.
that shit was crazy. He got his
what if
Oh.
he because of the damage to his head he lost feeling in his legs, and so that's how Mikey has the bike now because it was his brother's, and since he can't drive the bike
Oh.
anymore, like that's his, or his brother
or
passed away and he got
yeah,
the
he's
bike.
dead.
Yeah,
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
that's a good point. Good observation.
yeah.
And it's really
Oh.
cool to see that. Like, it's sad, but it's kind of cool to see how like Mikey had like that was his favorite bike. Even that's the whole reason why he had that scooter. The scooter had like the same, I think, like the same like numbers, like structure or something like that. Or that's what it seemed like.
Like the same model.
Yeah, like the same model number, because he wanted, in the sense, he wanted to be like his big brother, have like a cool ass
Oh.
bike like his big brother, or whatever. So, when that reveal happened, I was like, damn, that's so fucked. Like, it's such a fucked up situation that they got themselves in. So, I don't know. Episode 16 was just as of right now, man. I think this is the best episode, man. That reveal was fucking
100%.
insane.
I think the next one would have to be the episode 12, or I think it may be 13, the one where like Takemichi and ran into Hanma. He's like, "Damn, you're supposed to be in the car." That moment between him and Hinata was really great, but definitely episode 16 takes the cake. It was a huge bomb that they dropped. Um, but yeah,
Yeah, and man, I don't know. Honestly, guys, I don't know how Takemichi's gonna get out of this, because this is a big fucking tall order to bring this guy back from these guys to go back to Toman. I don't know how he's gonna do this shit. When Mikey told him, like, hey, bring Baji back from Valhalla, and and if you don't, we're gonna kill you, or I'm gonna kill you, whatever. I'm like, bro, you're dead. I have no fucking idea how he's gonna do this. You
Unless
know?
he challenges Baji, like, hey, like I'm willing to fight you, even though we know Takemichi's not like the best fighter, but I can see it being like, yo, let's like let's have a match, you and me. If I win, whatever, you have to go back or something like that. Like I can see that
Yeah.
happening.
I don't know. It has to be something. I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know. I am at the edge of my seat waiting to see how this
Mm-hmm.
gets paired. Now, if for longtime listeners, they know I do have my problems with this show, with the time travel thing, but I'm pretty sure I said this last time, but they're not really focusing on that anymore that much on the show. So it's kind of like, yes, it's used for it to send Takemichi back to the past, but they're not really focusing too much on like the whole aspect of time travel, which which I don't say appreciate, but like it helps. It's helping me kind of, I don't say
Overlook
get,
it.
yeah, like
Yeah.
not overthink about it. Kind of like, it's almost like we're just like, I'm ignoring it with the show, almost. Like, yes, I think the time travel aspects of the show, it's fucking dumb, and there's a lot explanation that needs to be done. But if I ignore it and I just enjoy the actual conflict that's going on with these guys,
Mm-hmm.
then I can actually enjoy the show. So I just wanted to point that out.
Yeah. I mean, I would say all three of us are seemingly big fans of this show, for one reason or another. But I mean, yeah, you guys will definitely be hearing more and more from us about Tokyo Revengers. Is there any last comments you guys want to bring up about the show, or any last thing you want to point out before I move on?
Uh,
No, well for me. It's a good show. So I mean, if anybody, if anybody wants to watch it, I mean, I think it's definitely worth the watch. I mean, we got Rafa. Granted, he was sick, and this was the only show left for him to really watch, but he ended up liking it. So it's just if anyone
yeah.
has the downtime, anyone who's listening, definitely put this on your list.
Love that. Well, with that being said, though, we're gonna do kind of a blitz, not a super speed run, but a more of a quicker version of our normal anime swap. Rafa, you can take your time on your story before we get into it. So take your time on that. But when it comes to the actual contents of anime swap, we're gonna kind of speed it up a little bit from our usual anime swap. But Rafa, without further ado, I've been waiting all week for this. Rafa, so tell us more about the story behind anime swap. So go for it.
Okay. I mean, I have something planned. I don't know. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Okay. You guys ready?
Yes, let's go.
Welcome back to the midnight edition of the Bento Boxcast news. Today, we have breaking news. We have our out on the field correspondent, Rafa. He's out there interviewing the people, the masses, figuring out what happened to the two missing brothers who went missing a couple of weeks ago. Let's go ahead and see what's going on over there. Hello, this is me, Rafa. I'm here on the field. I have someone here who says that they've seen and witnessed the actual kidnapping of the two brothers who run Anime Swap. Let's go ahead and interview him, see if we get any information out of him. Sir, can you come over here? Well, yes. Hey, how you doing, man? How you doing? Well, sir, you said that you were there and you saw the actual kidnapping itself. Well, yeah, I did. See, the thing that I was doing, I was here eating my KFC spicy chicken. It was real good. I had the mustard sauce on there. I had some fries. I had a tall glass drink of lemonade. I was here just minding my own business, sitting outside of my house. Okay. I took a bite out of my KFC spicy chicken sandwich. It was good. And next thing you know, I see the two brothers coming out of their storefront arguing. And now they're arguing and yelling and screaming and shouting, talking about how they owe money and how they need to do this, need to do that, and how they're going to lose the business. All right. So then I take another bite of my delicious KFC spicy chicken sandwich. I take a little bit of my fries, dip it in my ketchup, take a sip of my lemonade. And next thing you know, we not believe my goddamn eyes. A van, one of those vans with no windows on. You know what I'm talking about? Yes, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, they pull up, open up the side door, and grab them and throw them in there. They shut the door and they take right off and they turn to the left and they gone. Just like that. Just like that. I would not believe my eyes. I was so astounded by what happened. Well, isn't that something? Yes. But you know what I did after that? What'd you do, sir? I took another bite of my KFC spicy chicken sandwich. It was so delicious. And I was so surprised at what happened. I had to go buy me another spicy KFC chicken sandwich. That was real good, by the way. Well, that's good. That's good to hear. Well, I guess that's pretty much it here, guys. Sounds like it's some guys in a van just came by and picked them up and took them away. That's right. Well, I was eating my spicy KFC chicken sandwich at your local KFC. Well, seems like that's it, guys. Thanks so much. That is the update of what's going on with this very sad story of these two missing brothers who run the local anime swap here in town. Any more information that we get, we'll for sure let you guys know. This has been the the Bento Box weekly news update. There you go.
What an interesting turn of events. I was not expecting that.
Hey, it's just it's a lot going on, you know. It's a lot going on right now. That's all I can say.
God, what a cliffhanger. What a build up.
It's just this was a build up episode.
This was a mini filler episode, but still building up to what's to
It's
come.
building up.
Okay.
Exactly.
We love that. Well, speaking of building up, like I was saying before, I kind of want to go through a more of a quicker version of this anime swap, only because it is kind of getting a little late for us, and the timer for the pod is going kind of long. So, Rafa, I'm gonna have you start first.
Okay.
What were your thoughts on Renee's recommendation? Which Renee, if you please, would you tell us what you recommended to us from the last pod?
Yes. So, this was an anime that I had not had the chance to watch, but I have really good friends of mine who love anime just as much as I do, and they actually recommended me to watch this. So I decided to have Hector and Rafa be my guinea pigs, and I had them. I wanted them to watch it and to let me know if it was worth watching. So the show is called High Rise Invasion. It is on Netflix. Um, for those who are interested. So, yeah, it looked really interesting. But yeah, Rafa, Hector, I want to know your thoughts on it, if it's worth it or not.
It is the way that best I feel like the way I would best describe this anime, it's like it's very schlocky. I don't know if that's like a
Sloppy.
word.
That is definitely not a word, so please please
Like
elaborate.
sloppy, like sloppy.
No, give me a second. I'm gonna drink the water.
Schlocky. Interesting. Not a word I'd have in my vocabulary, honestly, Renee. I don't know about you.
I don't even know how to spell it.
Schlocky, SH LOKCK, Schlocky,
Like
EY.
oh, EY.
Okay, so like it's there's action and like I don't know. I feel like I kind of feel like when you watch like a bad movie, but like it's a good bad movie, like a B movie. You get what I'm saying?
I love
Wait,
the B
schlocky.
movie.
Schlocky is a word.
Is it actually? Don't lie.
Yeah, I looked it up. So schlocky, schlock, something such as merchandise or literature that is inferior or poorly made, or
Okay, yeah.
adjective
How the
of
fuck did you have that
adjective
in your vocabulary? What?
of
Word. See,
inferior
I knew it was a
quality,
word.
cheap, or shoddy.
I'm
Yeah,
actually
like
super impressed, Rafa. Holy shit.
so like okay, so the anime itself, like it's animated well and like, it's cool action scenes or whatever, but like just I feel like it's kind of like a cheap
Hmm. Schlocky is the slocky.
schlocky like an action movie that you'll pull from like the Walmart bin.
Damn.
Okay,
Okay.
yeah, yeah, like yeah, like the $5 Walmart bin, like it's like Samuel L. Jackson, some random action movie you never heard of. It's like one of those. Okay, that's what I get from this anime
All
because
right.
there's
Doesn't
it
sound
is
great.
yeah, it's action packed. The violence is crazy. The setup is kind of cool or whatever, but like something about it, I just get that vibe off of it. Like for example, like one of the girls gets attacked, right? And like this guy has like claws and like he slashes at her, but like he doesn't cut her, he only cuts her clothes. So like her
Ah.
skin's a little bit more revealing and shit like that.
Okay.
You know. There's certain okay, so then like the point is so okay, just really quickly just recap what the point of the show is. So people they're not in the same world that we are. Okay, it's like a different world. And they're all on these like sky rises, like on these tall ass buildings, and there's no way to get down. like the at a certain point, the all the exits are blocked off. So you're stuck all the way up there on the top floors of the skyscrapers, and these skyscrapers are connected by these like flimsy ass bridges, right? So then there's regular people, like our main character, the girl, and then there's these people who have the mask on. Like that's like the one thing that like the one notable art that people recognize is like those masks, right? So the masks, they just call masks. There are people who are being controlled by these masks, who are supposed to hunt down the people who are not wearing masks. And the point is that the main point of these guys who wear masks, I feel like I'm saying masks a lot. Um, their point is to push the people who are not being controlled to the point where they want to jump off the buildings and commit suicide, pretty much, right? So they'll torment them, they'll cut them, they'll beat them up, they'll shoot at them up to the point they're like, okay, bro, I'm gonna jump. Like I'm done suffering in your hands. Like I'm out of here, right? So that's the main point of masks. If for whatever reason the mask cannot get you to jump off, they just kill you, pretty much. So then the main girl, she's stuck there in this world, and her brother's stuck in this world, and they they're trying to reunite or whatever. Then and that's pretty much like just the beginning of the show, right? Main girl's there. She's trying to reunite with her brother, who's also there, and there's a lot of masks in the way, and there's other people in the way and stuff like that. So, but the reason why I say I feel like it's schlocky, I feel like it's like a bad movie, is because like some of the dialogue that's said, excuse me, like I said, like sometimes when they get when the girls get attacked, there's a lot of panty shots. By the way, there's panty shots. Some of their clothes get
Oh
ripped
no.
off.
Okay, I can't.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's already enough
The-
for me.
there's this one scene where the main at like the first scene actually, the main girl's running away from this one dude with a mask, and these two cops show up, and the cops are not they're not being controlled. They're not wearing anything like any masks. They shoot the guy and they kill the dude, the guy that wearing with the mask, and then one of the cops pushes the other cop off the building. Okay, and then the cop that survived, he has a gun with him, and he goes up to the girls like, hey, this world makes you go crazy, and now that I killed my commanding chief over here, I pushed him off the building, and I have a gun, I can do whatever I want. So start taking off your clothes. So he's like sexually harassing this girl, like straight up episode one. So like, okay, that's something. So that's why I mean it's like that schlocky. It just feels like, it's like that. And also another thing that they did a lot is that when people jump off the buildings, they show you them falling like all the way up to the point where like their head is like an inch away from hitting the concrete, and they cut away.
Oh, that's not cool.
And I found it so funny. Like it looks so weird. Because like they're falling, and they're like it's like they're falling and shit. And like right before they hit the concrete, like literally an inch away, centimeter away from the head contacting the concrete, it cuts to the next scene. I was just like, this is so like like this is such a like that. I keep saying it because it's the only thing I can like picture, like describing it the best way. It's schlocky. It's just like it's a fucking cheesy, shitty action anime with panty shots and crazy action. There's a certain scene that kind of I had some problems with. One of the masks is the guy with the sniper rifle. That's the one that's smoking the cigarette, the cool looking dude. He runs into the girl and another girl. No, one of the main girl, and then like I guess like the supporting character girl. And the supporting character girl throws a grenade at the guy that literally blows up like practically next to him, and he somehow survives the explosion. The only thing that really happens is like his mask gets a little bit cracked. I was like, this is bullshit. Like the all like behind him, all the windows, like the skyscraper windows, You know, like all that shit was blown the fuck out, like destroyed. But this guy survives. Like he only has a little bit of tattered clothes, a little bit. Like he should not have. He should be dead. Like he should not be alive right now.
What do you mean? It's definitely plot armor.
It's definitely put on armor. Definitely, yeah, definitely. So I don't know. I don't know how I feel about this show. I feel like if I do end up watching this show, it's because I have nothing else to watch and I don't feel like diving into a serious anime story or something that has a lot to do with like I would only watch this. I only would continue watching this if I want to watch an anime where I don't have to really pay attention to, where I can just watch it just to see some crazy stupid ass action. So like a bad action movie.
Okay.
You know, schlonky was not the word I was thinking of, but I can fully agree with everything Rafa has said. The fact that you're even considering watching it again is kind of
It's
crazy to
very,
me.
very specific. Again, very specific.
Yeah, for me that's a hard pass.
It's a very specific scenario where I can maybe see myself watching the next episode.
Yeah, I would 100% would much rather watch Tokyo Ghoul from scratch. So that's just me though. But
See, but like Tokyo, like okay, this is my example. Like I feel like you're not really getting what I'm saying. Okay, I'm saying like I don't have anything else to watch. On top of that, any other show that I want to watch, if there's like an actual story, and for whatever reason I don't feel like paying attention to a story at this point in time, then I'll watch that, which is like a 0.01 chance of happening.
Okay. That makes sense.
Thank you.
But yeah, I mean, nonetheless, I would say definitely check out other shows that you liked better, Renee.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, that's. I mean, I
I'll
don't know.
pass on this one.
Yeah, I don't know what your friends have told you about it, but this, at least for me, like this ain't it. And I think me and you kind of have similar taste in like action type anime, and you could find better action anime than this one.
Okay, sounds good, guys. I'm glad I didn't give this one a shot.
We never know.
I'm pretty sure you would have turned it off on like the first scene with the
Okay.
cop sexually harassing her.
Yeah, that was kind of very uncomfortable. Not
Like
kind of, it was very uncomfortable.
he made her take off her shirt, like she was in a bra.
Crazy. I didn't. As I
Yeah.
never. I've seen pictures, but like I didn't know it was gonna get that weird or intense.
And it
So,
sucks, and honestly, it sucks because I like the main character. Like she has like
Potential.
this like this determination. Like she's like very determined and on her goal, and she's willing to like push herself to limits that she doesn't like. Like she says, like yeah, I don't want to kill people, but pushed up against a corner, she will kill someone. You know, like I like her attitude. She's like a really cool character, but it's a real shit anime. And like the other girl, she's like a tsundere type, which I was like, that's awesome because I like tsundere types. But like something I forget what happened, but her front part of her shirt was just gone. She's just walking around. She's just walking around like with a bra and like sleeves. Like damn, bro, y'all doing her bogus right now.
oh, I see it. I see it in a thumbnail. Oh no.
Yeah,
What?
yeah.
Like she did that on purpose, or like?
No, like they were in a fight or something, and
Okay.
yeah, but I'm like, but they do that a lot where like they get attacked, like those two main girls get attacked, and like parts of their clothing get ripped off, but like they really don't get hurt. So I was like, oh, you're doing that, okay,
Well, all right, guys.
yeah.
Yeah, good call on not checking this one out yourself. But
Okay, yeah, I'm happy.
what you can check out is a recommendation that I will be giving you guys for next week. And I'm gonna start off with Rafa. Rafa, I'm gonna be giving you Nanbaka, one of my all-time favorite slice of life comedy animes. It essentially, well, I'll give you to kind of give you the rundown. It's 4 men are assigned to Nanba, the world's most formidable prison. Jugo, a man who attempted to break out of prison and ended up extending his jail time. Uno, a man who likes to gamble with women. Rock, a man who likes to get into fights. And Nico, a man who likes anime. A super exciting action comedy about the daily lives of the prison's inmates and guards. So
Okay.
that I know you were looking at it and you probably weren't expecting it, but it's pretty cool. Also, just kind of a little fun fact, a little kind of random fact about the show. All the guards, the main guards that you see, they're all based off of the zodiac signs.
Oh, that's cool.
So yeah, so it's very, very cool, and each one of the main characters kind of has like some quirky shit about them. The 4 main prisoners, so it's very, very cool. I think it's actually pretty funny in certain aspects, and it actually has some action in it too, which is kind of cool. And to kind of add more flavor to it, the warden is this very beautiful blue-haired woman who is a tsundere.
Oh shit.
Through and through, who loves the main guard, who is a monkey / gorilla zodiac sign guy. So and that guy, that guard is like a super badass, super strong, probably the strongest out of all the guards. And he somehow coincidentally has to deal with the 4 toughest people in the prison. So very, very cool anime, definitely worth checking out. Also, Renee, if you want to, it's actually really, really cool. I like it a lot. It's actually one of my favorite comedy slice of life animes, so that one is definitely worth the watch. But specifically for you, Renee, I'm going to throw you into the pit, and I'm so sorry.
I don't like the sound of that.
I am so
no.
sorry. I'm throwing you into the pit. That is Fate Stay.
Why?
Why? Because I want you to experience this. It's kind of, think of it as a rite of passage in the world of anime. The Fate series. To be more exact, I want you to watch Fate Stay Night. It is the newer, prettier, nicer version of Fate Stay, and it is called Fate Stay Night Unlimited Blade Works. It is. The synopsis is the following. Fuyuki City, a city surrounded by the ocean, and the mountains become the setting for an age-old ritual. To realize the mythical Holy Grail, which is said to grant any wish from its possessor, 7 masters are given 7 heroic spirits chosen by the Grail. Each master will enter into a contract with their assigned servants and battle the other masters and servants to the death until only one pair remains. This is the Holy Grail War. The action scenes are very, very beautiful in this show. It does have some minor slice of life stuff kind of in there. But overall, like the story of it, Fate Stay Night Limited Blade Works is by far my favorite Fate series. And it was the one that kind of made me fall in love with the Fate kind of series, Fate lore, Fate anime, whatever, right? But it is a very convoluted, very murky water series and chronological order and bullshit. So if you like this should be cool. This is, like I said, my favorite out of all of them. So we'll see.
Okay.
But yeah. With that being said, guys, hopefully you guys come back and tune in for next week for all the goodies that we do have in store for you. Next week is going to be a very jam-packed episode. We have not only the Summer 2021 halfway through recap review, but we also have the My Hero Academia and the Tokyo Revengers. I was already forgetting. But semi side note, guys, and I'm gonna put this out there right now. What it's looking at right now is within the next week, this episode's gonna come out. The episode, actually, no. You might have to edit this out, Rafa, but maybe not. This is coming out this week, right?
Yes.
Okay, no, I was right. I was on the right show. Never mind. Next week, okay, guys. Next week for the week of the week of Monday, July 2nd to Friday, August 6th of that week, there will be no Bento Boxcast pod. for a very good reason, which we will describe in the next pod. So once the next pod episode comes out, you guys can definitely check it out. It'll be a fantastic one. You guys are going to want to check it out 100% for sure. But like I said, that week, the 2nd to the 8th, there will not be an episode. So don't fret, guys. We'll be back. We promise 100%. But we can just jump right into the rest of the shout-outs before we end the pod. So Rafa, Renee, if you guys have any shout-outs, please feel free to jump in now.
I was going to do a quick shout out to the Plain Pod with Alex, John, Hector, and me. That is the podcast that Hector and I are part of with our friends John and Alex over there at Geek Chart 3000. That's the YouTube channel on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, all the other platforms that you listen for podcasting. We're on those. It's a video game podcast. Excuse me. It's a video game podcast where we talk about video games, and we also tend to talk about anything and everything else that comes to mind. It's a lot of fun. Hopefully, you guys go check it out. We have a really good time doing that. I would recommend the YouTube version. That's the best version right now we have because it's video. Because we actually sit down in person and have these conversations face to face. So go check it out.
And then another quick shout out to Artisan Gamer Shop. It's an Etsy shop that me and Alex had created in the beginning of the year. We create art and gaming inspired mugs and coasters, actually. So if you have the time, definitely check us out. We are in the process of creating some new stuff, so stay tuned.
Well, yeah, guys, and last but not least, final shoutouts will be me, myself, and Rafa, the two me's and Rafa. We do stream on Twitch. We are variety game streamers, so definitely check us out. Twitch.tv/ultra_vman for myself, and Rafa is twitch.tv/RafaBotGaming. So definitely come and say hello. We stream, like I said, a variety of games, but you'll definitely catch us playing together or grinding out certain games on our own. So. With that being said, guys, thank you guys so much for tuning in, and we'll see you guys on the next one. Goodbye.
Bye bye.